Welcome to Weird and Woo Woo, where I'm weird and we all get a bit woo woo. Okay, guys. So, the message before I hopped on was something is taking entirely too long to get ready. To get ready. There's something about getting ready, but like I feel like in this I'm the one complaining. Like, gosh, it's taking. But like I'm talking about myself. Like the preparation phase is taking longer, or getting ready is taking longer than anticipated. And it's like there's something about time just slipping. Like it feels like I just did this for 15 minutes and it was like an hour and a half. So time might be slipping for people, or morphing, warping, whatever you want to fucking call it. And you're just, I don't know, it's taking too long for something to get ready. But for somebody out there, this is like you're a part of the getting ready. So, in whose, I know, is my camera cockeyed? I feel like it is. Give me, hold on. You're just gonna, it's irritating me. OCD is kicking in. Okay. So, yeah, we're just gonna start from there. This is just gonna be a general tarot reading, checking in with the energies. There was a message that needed to come through, so we're gonna dig in. Friendly reminder: you are a sovereign being of your life, and you get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages might apply. So, my suggestion to you is not to Cinderella shit to make it fit. Okay? Okay. Entirely too long to get ready. We're going to start with Madame Endora's fortune telling deck. I'm going to put this over here. We've got, you're going to receive news from afar. Imagination clouding your judgment. Luck will be changing. Passion and romance. Honor and good luck. This is a shit ton of cards. Follow your intuition. Authority and diplomacy. Something about this over here feels unconnected to any of this. And it's like darkness looms on the horizon. And I'm like, it doesn't feel directly connected to you. It's like, there's a background plot. I feel like this is background plot to a story. Like there's, but it's kind of like what's happening in your world, but not to you, or like it's nothing directly within your, they're saying microcosm. So, and it's the raven. We'll put this over here. If it comes in, anyways, I keep hearing the word foreshadowing, but I don't see how that applies to how it's foreshadowing anything. But okay, there may be something looming that you can tell is approaching or is going to transpire, uh, but it's not here yet, or it's not in your present. It's not impacting you right now. I know. I have my blinds are open, and it's. I mean, the further away I get, the better it is. Let's darken it up a little bit Anyways, we're just gonna deal with it. I'm trying to figure out where to start. Well, first and foremost, they've got this as the center card at the top. So this is like an overall energy. Your luck will soon change. There's receiving news from afar. To me, it's like an unknown source. You know what I mean? Like if it's something close, it's somebody within your circle, somebody that you're already connected with, that you already have connections with. So you're going to receive some kind of information or news, and imagination clouds your judgment. The energy I get from that is a bit like you're trying to see. I want to say like you're anticipating something, and you fill in the gaps, you fill in the blanks of it. And so that's where it's kind of like, or when you get the news, your mind might try to fill in the blanks. Hold on, let's keep. And then we have seduction, passion and romance, and then honor and good luck, which is kind of telling me, I feel like this is like, guys, they're giving me random shit. And I'm sure it means something to somebody. I'm just going to say it. The luck of the Irish. Like somebody may have Irish heritage or be Irish, be an immigrant from Ireland, have Celtic ancestry, something like that. Luck of the Irish. But the honor and good luck. Honor is referencing the romance and the passion and the romances. It's so odd. I think that's kind of like what this is talking about. I think this is globally just what the fuck's happening. You know, darkness looming on the horizon, and the juxtaposition of having romance, passion, fairy tale kind of like excitement. You know, like this, like to be talking about these kind of things when this is off in the distance somewhere happening. Like of all the times for this to fucking happen, when whatever's looming out in the distance, wherever you live, is kind of like now, now. Oh, okay. When prospects may seem like when your livelihood, your life, when future paths all seem a bit either bleak or uncertain, and it's like now's the time. It's kind of like getting pregnant when you just got homeless. You're like, or like getting pregnant just before you become homeless. You're like, of all the times to get pregnant, right? Something like that. It's like this is happening in the midst of this that's off in the distance. But it's like this is like has yet to reach you. Um which may be why this is coming in beforehand, as in whatever this romance or partnership or connection um, is will help navigate what's happening, the uncertainties that are happening in the world. I did give a reading, and I keep reminding everybody. It's called the Financial Revolution, and the way to survive that. And it is about the connections that you make, the community you create, the ties, and remembering that you don't operate in a vacuum. And so it's through those connections that people are able to move through this evolution of your time. Follow your intuition. There's a authority and diplomacy. It's almost like follow your intuition within the realms of parameters that are currently set for you. Like I hear, don't go rogue on something. Don't be impulsive. So whenever this happens, there's a connection to be had. There's location changes, connections happening. This is like a lot in the collective, a lot. Um, Follow your intuition, but don't be overly. I want to say like don't be overly excited about it. Like be excited, but don't let that excitement cloud your judgment. I feel like this has everything to like I the best term, like approach it in a methodical way. Keep going about your life in the same capacity you have been. Sometimes people can get so excited when it's like I feel like somebody feels like I cannot believe my luck. Like the person that you encounter, the person you come across, the type of passion or romance. And sometimes we can get carried away with things. And it's like maintain some level of diplomacy about the situation. I just want to be like, don't go off half cocked. Like, don't be like, you can be a Knight of Wands in the sense of go for it, don't hesitate. But if you want to keep this in your life, there's a bit more of a like pursue this, but don't. You may have done things before that were impulsive. See, I don't want to say any of that because I feel like it's like everybody goes to, oh, you just moved into you moved too quickly. Um, and that's not necessarily what they mean. They're not saying like you gotta take it slow and you gotta do this because I feel like a whirlwind. This energy feels like a whirlwind, and like you're supposed to be wrapped away, like get swept up in it. But there's something about when you get swept up in this connection, you can't transfer that level of Knight of Wands to other areas. You have to remember that there's other areas that you are going to, that's where your methodical, diplomatic approach to things, right? Like it's those areas that would impact easy peasy lemon squeezy low hanging fruit would be I'm supposed to be with this person. I'm going to move in right away, right? Okay, there's a whole lot in life that you got to take care of before you can on a whim. On a whim, just you know what I mean? Like, yes, your intuition is correct. Yes, you should follow it. Yes, that is the goal. But let's not just up and leave. Let's go ahead and like inform the landlord or go ahead and uh, start looking for positions wherever you want to if you're going to move in with them or like like don't just sell off all your stuff and then realize you have to wait a month because of the way things are working out. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't treat like yes to everything in regards to this connection to this person, but you're going to have to take care of a couple of things in your life and you need to be a bit more mindful. Just got a message about your approach, how to handle it. I want to know about the receiving news from afar. The imagination clouds your judgment. This person may be at a distance. It's also, again, not something within your circle, so you may connect with somebody that is like not where you live, and so if there's any kind of doubts or anything like oh I get it because this shit out in the world is happening, you're like the likelihood Great. Like, let's just, like my ability to cultivate a connection with this person. Not only do we have this shit show happening in the world and I have to, deal with that and its ramifications in my life, but now we want to add distance or this, that, or the other to it. It's like I don't want to call it complicating factors, but there's mitigating. Is that the word? There's something in there that's kind of like, so, um, don't let your imagination think that the distance, or maybe even because they're not in your circle, so you're not like, it's almost like it moves fast. It's a whirlwind. I don't really know them. It'd be different if it was somebody within your circle that you have information on, that even if it's like through, connections, and that, like you understand the person, the person better, their circumstances, their life. It's like this one is kind of like it is not not an unknowing. You know what I mean? Don't let your imagination fill in the blanks, whatever it is. Okay, whatever it is, even if it's like the level of excitement, you think things are going to go a certain way and everything's just going to be easy, like easy peasy lemon squeezy with like the other shit, and it's like you still have to approach life like life, right? That's not an indication that this isn't, romance, passion, like a gift of a person. But so either way, don't let your brain kind of like fill in the blanks. You still have to approach life in and of itself diplomatic and methodical and mindful. Okay. This is moving at a fast pace. Even just the reading, getting through that. What I want to know about. So this is just something that's happening, and it feels so unlikely that this occurs, but it fucking does. And I am getting really, really soon. Like sometimes 4 weeks doesn't sound so soon. You're like, oh, soon is like this weekend. But no, like literally before you know it, it shows up and it happens. So like I would say you may connect with somebody, like they're giving me at latest like mid-June. Like it feels really up close. And they're giving me the chest, so it feels like it's like here. Like something's in my face. So it very well may be because it feels like it's touching my aura. Like it is up in my space. And it feels like it's this close. Um so mid June is like giving it is being generous in timing. And there's something about, I don't know what it is, for some of you all, like the third week of June very well may be pertinent in, because there's connecting and then there's face to face. And if this is not somebody that's within your circle or even close, I do feel like there's a distance with this person. Um, that gap is closed, but I feel like it's spatial gap, like in the 3D, like physicality, like something you may choose to meet up with this person. Like it's happening quick. I want to know about this receiving news from afar. And I think that this is coming through because they've been giving this message, and maybe some people are like, with the circumstances the way that they are, the way that my life is looking because of the circumstances, because the shit show, like I'm paying attention to what's fucking happening in the world, and it's like it feels like the probability is pretty slim. So somebody might have been dismissing the past uh, readings that I did in regards to this. So this does have like a heavy like email. I'm not saying text messages out of the, but like dating app, email, DM, social media, that kind of thing. has that energy of it for sure. Like, because to have somebody connect with you that's not a part of your circle, that's not within your vicinity necessarily, it's like they've come across you in some capacity. And if we're talking like closing the gap, then yeah. Okay. So where do we want to go from here? That's you know what at the beginning the tarot sexual magic highlighted for me. Um, I might have to do some very specific readings for that with that deck 18 and over kind of stuff. Um, because we keep hitting this energy of people coming together. And can I just say, I have noticed we've talked about couples splitting and new connections being made. We talk about brand new connections. And I am not a fan of somebody's coming back readings, but still, it's odd to have this many showing up and not like there's a lot of when I read the collectives I'm reading for really are severing, like taking that seriously, their past. Like it is new. Okay, and so that might be why I'm gonna assume that's why there's not a lot of like so and so is gonna reach back out to you from your past. Um, we shall see. This lighting is getting on my nerves, but I really like. And it's not doing anything. Oh, that's a little bit better. I don't know. So okay, we're we're not gonna pull that. All right, Secret Tarot. Eight of Cups, Five of Wands. Something about this, I will tell you, will move fast. That might be a bit conflictual. Like when I tell you this connection moves fast. Now, this I feel like we might be merging romance with location change kind of thing because this is like this is giving things move fast. Like when this connection happens. Like honestly, I could see somebody talking to somebody in May, choosing to move by July, like that kind of quick. Like I want to be closer to you. Like it's quick, but you can't just up and drop everything. Life is life, and so there's things to take care of. And they're like, be diplomatic about it. Don't be irrational with I'm just gonna go. And you know what I mean? Like you have to tie up loose ends, you gotta take care of things. And I do know that the people that I'm reading for have really prepared for any major changes that might come their way. And potential location changes and things like that. And so they're ready, but still, I don't care how ready you get, certain things require time. But whatever this is, it feels very fast. And that's where it's like a lot happening at once. Like there's a lot to Five of Wands is a bit chaotic, a bit, you know, Eight of Cups is walking away from your old life, especially in this deck because it's Six Cups, that's your past, and these Two Cups, Two Cups, moving down this path. So you're moving towards something that you really want and desire, which is the traditional Eight of Cups, leading behind something. But the reference to the Two of Cups here, I don't know why I feel excited, scared, and like deep. You know when you connect with somebody and it feels really deep and you're just like, whoa, it's reaching places that I'm afraid. It feels like that. It feels like that. I want to know about this receiving news from afar. Because at this point, you've really given us a lot. Like, and there's just a lot that will be happening in like easily or in your favor is what I want to say when we've got the your luck will soon change. And I want to say there is a big piece of getting out from where you're at that has been a theme with the location changes. Um, that you will not be able to prosper in the capacity that you're meant to wherever you're at. Okay, so let's. I want to know about this. You will receive news from afar. You will receive news. My heart is palpitating. You know when you get really excited, you're just like, oh, I gotta breathe. Deep breath, deep breath. I guess just. King of Cups. Yes. Magician. God Almighty. Knight of Cups. Ace of Wands. I don't know what it is about this King of Cups. He gets what he wants. There's not many things that he wants. It's hard to get him into a place where he desires something. I say he because it's king. Look, I don't know who the fuck the King of Cups is. This is not gender specific. This is a masculine energy, and especially when it's the whoever is the person's like I go after what it is that I want, and I get what I want. Like they magically somehow they are a magician. They get what they want. Could you imagine the things that they're like, oh, I like when they start to manifest something and they're like, and the thing they're very selective, so they obviously don't take a make a move, and this is like in life in general on something unless they know like I'm gonna conquer that. He might be a little dirty, might be a little kinky. All right. Okay. And so this, the King of Cups, is the one that because they want this, they put in the effort. They put in a lot of the effort. They will. They close the gaps. If there's a, I don't know how in this situation, this motherfucker figures it out, makes it happen. Boom, done. All right, babe. What's the next obstacle? This motherfucker will help. It is such a sensual, protective, I don't look, toxic people will take this the wrong way. Those who know. How can I serve you? Like I want, let me help. Oh, we did talk about this. We talked about this the other day. Like your desire, oh, the finances, like the what your definition of help was. That was yesterday. Let me help. So their help isn't necessarily just throwing cash your way or that kind of stuff. It's like I will figure it out for you. I will make it happen. Good God, this energy is. Knight of Pentacles. Loyal, dedicated, honest, authentic, sincere. Um, I always say Knight of Pentacles is not the slow moving knight, in my opinion. It can if that's what's warranted, but the Knight of Pentacles is integral. He has integrity. We talked about this yesterday. Words, actions, and energy all fucking match. That is somebody showing up in their truest, authentic self, with it in their power. And the difference between the Knight of Pentacles is this is an offer. This is a desire. This is a want, but you have choice in this. A king can sometimes override, right? Knight of Pentacles not. Showing up as authentically transparent and true to who they are. And man, the Ace of Wands is hella chemistry, major fucking desire. They desire you. Y'all. This came out. I left it like this on purpose because it came out face down for a reason. I said news from afar, the motherfucking communication. What the fuck? Okay. So, when they communicate with you, it's direct, it is genuine and sincere. This is not fluffy. This is not to pass the time because I'm bored. This is not, my words are filled with bullshit. This isn't lip service. Knight of Pentacles, dead serious. I feel like their ability to communicate is to articulate themselves and like grab your attention. Like I just want to be like, oof, like oof. That's what it feels like. Good God, oof, is what it feels like. It feels really good. It feels good. Ugh. Like it's the healthiest pursuit, and it's sexy because it is. And they're fucking direct, but like there's just they desire you. This is the person that like they're not okay, they're not showing up like player energy or presenting in that way. They're not, hello beautiful, do you have a moment to talk? Like they're gonna reach out to you and engage you. How though? How? Because I feel like there might be an introduction of some sort, and then there's a direct communication. So again, I keep getting like the internet, the web, there's distance. I keep getting somebody saying something to somebody, but like there might be like an exchange on social media, right? And then a direct message. Or you know how like people just do, there's banter sometimes, or an exchange in the comments, or there's this or that. I don't know what it is. I think the King of Cups is also known for um, being a magician. Like I feel like there may be their presence. So here's the thing: they're not in your circle, and they may not be close, but they have a presence potentially online that you would be able to kind of like look at, right? Like I think LinkedIn and like different, like there's just some FBI agent bitches, okay? Y'all would be like, woo, you'd find some good shit. And it would be like, it's legit. You know how like people get DMs and it's like, it's so scammy. This is not scammy. And why do I feel like you would know it's not scammy? I think because that's why they're saying they've got a presence online. Like you'd be able to tell. You'd be able to tell. Like this is the person. Tell me more about that, please. Tell me more about the introduction or them coming across or whatever else it is, this communication. And I think that's what they're saying too with this is like you can look information up on them. Like it's easy to find. Okay. I keep getting banter. They keep saying banter. So that might be the introduction. There may be some kind of flirting or like, what it was harmless. It didn't really mean anything. And then all of a sudden it's like, and I think it's they're intrigued by you. Okay. But it's through the direct communication that they're like, oh, like there's something where they immediately know they want to know more. And this is not something they normally do. Banter, maybe. They're really good at articulating themselves. But with the King of Cups, they don't just like, they actually don't pursue people. They're the magician, you'd think that they would. But I think that because they are the magician, people who can't have will make it their life mission how much they can accumulate, even if it comes to people. People where it's easy, and because of that, they have encountered a lot of individuals. They see a lot of what they don't want out there, right? So they also don't hang on to anything, just anything or anyone. Takes a little bit more, right? When it's that easy to get, you start realizing, just because it's easy to get doesn't mean I want it, right? Like, so this person feels a bit more, and then we have the Two of Wands. Tell me more. I'm gonna pull some more before I. They will make a move towards the Queen of Wands. There is something within you that they like. They're gonna be the ones to like express this, to take action. And I think it's one of those things where it's like they'd be the first to ask for your number. They would be the first to initiate communication within like a more private, intimate setting. They would be the one to they're not going to leave like a whole week of time between and wait and see how you're going to respond. And no, they take initiative. They've got a lot of initiative. Two of Wands is the choice to take action on something that you desire, right? And they're desiring the Queen of Wands. Okay. And then we have the fire, Queen of Pentacles. There's something about someone's confidence. I think your banter does that for. Does that? Okay. Um, there's some exchanges online. And there must be something in your presence online that they're attracted to because it perks. I just keep getting like piquing their interest. You have a very strong, independent energy. You probably have no problem stating your opinion. You own your opinion. You have a strong presence. There's something about your presence that's bold and alluring. But Queen of Pentacles is like the ideal. It is you hold a lot of the qualities that I like, which again, King of Cups, I don't just for anybody. So they're gonna make a Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing, very sweet, tender. There's something bold, independent, strong-willed, sassy, and sexy, yet nurturing and sweet and wholesome about you. Okay, I want to know about this exchange, though, a little bit more. Let's strictly Page of Wands. There's chemistry there. Definitely chemistry. Like they're gonna move it off of social media and into private conversation. Very much attracted to you. Yeah. Okay, can we get information on timing of this? Like, again, reminder, they're going to pursue you. And their presence is going to be, you're going to be able to identify who this person is. It's not, there won't be, it's almost like it's undeniable who they are. Like you can track like this social media to this one or this to this job. Or like if they ever tell you they work somewhere, you could look it up and just like boom, yes they do. There's some element that a very identifiable element, okay? Lets you know they're the real deal. Low hanging fruit again, right? I'm not saying this is true for people, but it's like the difference between a bunch of scammy accounts and a blue check mark. You fucking know. You know it's them. But that's kind of like there's something very easily identifiable, easy to get information. Okay. Timing wise, like what are we? I feel very soon. And again, there's nothing that you've got to do other than be your Jesus Christ timing very soon. 8 of fucking wands. And 7 of wands to me is like 7 of wands is the I love myself. I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm in the good energy. Like I stand in my power. I know my worth. I have self-respect. Like 7 of wands truly is just the love of self type of energy. It's not a wall the way that it's being ready. It's the ready energy instead of being overly cautious like the 9 of wands. It's like they're saying it's coming in fast, just be ready and just be yourself. That's also the 7 of wands. Just be yourself. Just keep doing what you're doing online. There's nothing you got to do to initiate this. And I also feel like saying it just feels, how sometimes we're like, oh, is this the person? Because they're banter. Like, you'd know. Like, if you have to ask it, it's not. Like, this person stands out. And while Spirit gave us all kinds of other shit, like, this feels a little bit like, we just want you to know. Like, don't be surprised. It's happening fast. And it moves fast. But keep your head about you. Because this isn't a fairy tale, even though it feels like it. And so life is still life, and you still got to take care of the details in life. And as this progresses, just, be mindful, methodical about something, like really approach it from that kind of energy of, yes, I'm following my intuition, but I also know that I've got to do X, Y, and Z within reality, that I can't just go off half cock. But I do feel like there is. Tell me about the close meet, like the meeting face to face is what I was trying to say. The close meeting. Again, they'll do anything to make, like, it feels very worship in the most highest sense. Revering, honoring, that kind of thing. Like, this individual, I will make it happen. I've got the Empress energy. It will blossom very quickly, but I get this energy of they just treat you this way. They treat you like this. Let me handle it for you. I've got this. This is somebody that definitely they would plan the date. They would, you know what I mean? This is how they would treat you. They get attention. They could have options if they wanted to. They find you to be a lot of fun. They want to indulge in your cup, not others. And this meeting is all about enjoying one another. You will thoroughly enjoy meeting them face to face. I do get, because it's at a distance, it may be a prolonged meet. Like a weekend, an extended weekend or something like that. Or even a week. So there's going to be a lot of talking and playfulness up until then. The 9 of Wands came out in reverse. And I told you this is the one where it's like overly cautious, walls up. It's in reverse. This is not the energy. Like, they will put you at ease. feel utterly comfortable to be yourself, be your playful, energetic, joyful self. Like, it's a pleasure to be around you. It's a pleasure to partake in your energy. And they have a way of disarming you. Three Swords out sideways. Either you or them may have gone through a separation. Okay, so this is reminding me of the secondhand embarrassment one. I'm not saying they're related. It's just it's the same kind of energy where it's like they are separated. Somebody else may feel like it's not utterly over, but it came out sideways. They are fully separated. They just keep wanting me to say that they're removed. They're not together with this person. There is somebody in the past. You may be you might be the first you're the first person they've really been interested in or wanted to spend time with or pursue like this since this. So you may feel apprehensive maybe at the idea that you're the first person. But they keep emphasizing the separation. So to me, again, it feels like it's not like they just left somebody. They just haven't been dating around. And even if they did, because they obviously have other options that have been shown here, nobody has piqued their interest. They've just not. So you may be like a bit of an anomaly to other people who are watching this because it's like, oh, so and so came out of hermit mode. Who is it? Who's it with? You know, that kind of thing. It's like it's the first time. Yeah, the first time after a breakup, and they're ready. They're ready to jump in. I'm telling you, this person holds back from a lot of people. And something about the interaction you have with them pulls them in. You are the Queen of Wands. It pulls them in. And then interacting with you and seeing who you really are and the chemistry and there's just an undeniable connection there. And they're ready. They want the 10 of Cups. They want to create the 10 of Cups. Again, they could have gone on dates, but nobody stood out and nobody got them to commit. It feels like. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Expect this. I just feel like you're only gonna know it's for you as it seems to be unfolding, and you're like, oh shit. So hope everybody has a fantastic, wonderful day. I hope the message does find whoever it's meant for. And come back and let me know how things transpire. I'm always interested in that. So you all have a great day, and I'll see you at the next read.